How we doing? How we doing, everybody? Nobody first yet. Nobody first yet. Let's see who the first chatter is going to be. Who's the first chatter going to be from? Hopefully, it'll be somebody cool. You guys are all cool, except for the crazy people who are protesting against the January 6 prisoners down there in Washington, D.C. today. Kind of crazy going on down there. Anyway, let me know if you guys are popping in here. Let's get into some of the stuff here. It's not, I forgot to organize it as well as I wanted to, but let's get into some of the stuff anyway. Okay, if that's okay with you. I don't care if it's not technically, but anyway, let's get into this. J6 is what's happening. Tampon Tim and some other stuff, I guess, is happening. Brian Sicknick, whoever that is. Sounds like a J6 person, actually. Let's see. Let me make it a little bit bigger there, I guess. Try to make it fairly large. 175, I think, is the right size to go with. There we go. Ooh, there we go. This guy here had something to say about Pam Hemphill back in the day or something like that. We'll see Pam here in a second also, but this is what people think about Pam Hemphill.
It's on January 6th. All right, right now I'm on the East Plaza outside the Cap, and if you look forward, this is exactly the location where Pam Hemphill became the first person to charge past police lines on January 6th. And to give you a little bit of context, she crossed police lines first 4 different times. And prior to that, she had repeatedly urged the Proud Boys to help her storm the Capitol. Like she was a Ray Epps on steroids. And this is the person that the Democrats are honoring today in their new January 6th cover-up committee. Pam Hemphill, of course, she changes her story all the time. She's a fraud. She lies a lot. She blocked me on Twitter because I called her out. But we are on historic.
She blocked me, and I didn't even say anything to her.
Ground where she was trying to get people to help her storm the Capitol.
Josh is hers. Josh is hers.
Here, right down there, is where she was choice to help her storm the Capitol. She repeatedly went up to them. She's never released that video in full, but
yeah, you're one of the first ones that are angry Oregonian. Yeah, we'll get into some J6 stuff here. I probably should try to organize it, but I was just kind of clicking bookmarks and things like that. So I'll try to make it somewhat make sense here. At least we're talking about the before, the original J6, before we talk about some of the things that happened 5 years later.
Those of us who were defendants have seen it, and she was basically trying to entrap everybody. But the Democrats are honoring her today, and we can't forget that. We have to remember the Fedsurrection that happened 5 years ago on January 6th.
At least they're not honoring Byrd, the other guy. Yeah, that guy. Would you rather them honor Byrd, the TPer of Babbitt, or Pam Tifa? Like, if I had to choose, Anyway, I'm not sure who that guy was. Possibly Will Pope, it looks like. You want to see the video of what was going on there? Rewind. You like the music on that one there? Wow, man, everybody pops in at once there. I must have like bots or something like that, or you guys got raided over from somewhere, but maybe something happened. Everything all of a sudden, boom, 10 people out of nowhere. But anyway, this is what was happening there when down, right down here, I believe, is where Pam Tifa, as you probably know her, Pam Hemphill, was the first one through the barricades there, even though she's denies, half the stuff, she was just there to report later on or something like that. Yeah, that's a good question for the chat. What's a good question for the chat there? We might get some trolls today. I don't think Josh is a troll, but see if we get some trolls in today. Where is she? Not this guy. Oh, is she wearing a red hat? Oh, right there. And there she is. Yep. As the guard says, you can't go past here. She gets past there with this guy's help with a weird thing there, Hey, Britt, how you doing? just an old lady. Please help me. I'm just an old lady. I need my heart medicine or some. Once she gets in, before she got in, let's storm the Capitol. Let's storm the Capitol. But once she gets past those lines, it's like, no, I'm just in need of poor old lady. I hurt my arm. Please help me. Please help me. It's typical Democrat behavior. It's like bad, 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 bad. Once you get what your way, oh no, no, no. We're just the minorities. Don't pick on us. Craziness out there. Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah. We'll see some different footage and things like that. I should have came out earlier and did a restream of BCP and all the other guys out there, but I had to do some other more important stuff. Yeah, this is Pam right in front of you here. It's just so interesting. The cops are kind of picking on the other people that were out there, but for some, old lady, but they seemed like they were a little extra nice to her for some reason. Maybe she had they had a heads up on, be nice to this certain person, be nice to a certain person. Maybe, just allegedly. Or that other guy might have been saying, this is the lady you're supposed to be nice to. Anyway, that was an interesting moment. Let's see what else we got in my bookmarks here. Post. We'll get back to her. Here's her. Was this maybe today or some other time she was in front of the Congress? Let's see what she has to say about her actions.
Once I got away from the mega cult and started.
It's like she doesn't have any other words. It's always MAGA cult, MAGA cult. It's just on repeat. That's all they can do is like 4 words over and over again.
Educating myself about January the 6th.
Yeah, the education you did beforehand that encouraged you to go there. Looks like you did your education. You went there. I mean, we know kind of why you went there, but they're saying all the bad things afterwards. I did my education after January 6th. This woman. Go ahead and block me, Pam. I don't care.
I knew what I did was wrong. I pleaded guilty to my crimes because I did the crime.
I think she's got a frog in her throat when she says MAGA, mega. Just can't get the out of the voice.
I received due process, and the DOJ was not weaponized against me. When Donald Trump...
Against you, maybe not, because just like I showed you, the Capitol Police being pretty nice to you, maybe the DOJ at the time, was being very nice to you also, since they weren't really listening to what Trump had to say at that time.
Pardoned us. I rejected the pardon. Accepting that pardon would be lying about what happened on January the 6th.
Yeah, back then, that's the reason why you haven't heard a whole lot of stuff, a lot of organization, on the right wing and things like that. They're really pissed about J6, things like that. So, like PBs, cleaned house, and a lot of other organizations kind of had to clean house of infiltrators and things like that. Yeah. Pam Tifa, you guys' favorite lady here. Well, you don't, not your favorite, but favorite lady to despise almost. Her and Pelosi, I guess.
I am guilty, and I own that guilt. Once I got away.
Yeah, the funny thing is, if you own that guilt of encouraging and inciting violence against the police and being the person in front of the line, 6 months of probation is not enough if you're guilty, right? If she's guilty of doing all the stuff she did and inciting the violence, 6 months of probation, I think it was somebody said. If she's guilty, like she says she's guilty, what should be the crime? Does that make sense? It's just like you do the crime, you do the time, Pam Tifa, and you didn't do the time. Why didn't you do the time? Yeah, they gave Enrique 20 years for text messages. She led, literally in front of the line, led people past the barricades. Even though the small she is, and it's a mindset thing. When other people see an old lady getting past the Capitol Police at that time, they say, well, she can do it, and me, a 40-year-old guy with muscles, I can do it too, and then it kind of gets in that mindset, so that's part of the mind. The people, if they set it up, did that basically by putting her in the front of the line, in my opinion.
Away from the mega cult and started
Okay. You get the idea of what she was talking about to Congress today as the Democrat person. I wonder who the Republican people were, unless this was just a subcommittee of Democrats here. I'm not sure who she was talking to. I'm guessing it was just a subcommittee, because I doubt they would have allowed something like that to happen at an actual committee meeting. Here's another lefty. Just since we're looking at lefties for now, let's hear what this person had to say about ICE or something like that. Kind of going a little off the topic here, but see what he says about what should happen to ICE agents.
Videos for educational purposes only, for educational purposes only. If you want to protect yourself from ICE here in Phoenix because they're just a fucking Gestapo and just doing the most, you don't want to exercise your Second Amendment right because you don't want to carry a gun, you are more than welcome to go to a gun store, ask them what other items or tools that you can use that are effective at hindering or stopping someone from doing what they're doing that's non-lethal. I promise you they will give you stuff like tasers and other things, for example. And then when you're done, for educational purposes only.
You the idea of what the leftists do in Arizona. It's like, for educational purposes only, you're talking about breaking federal law. What you're not supposed to be doing is stopping federal agents from carrying out their duty. But anyway, a side note on that one. But speaking of carrying out their duty here, 27 seconds is okay with this one here.
How's everything going? You get lunch today?
Maybe like 20%. Yeah, a lot of them have had. A lot of them.
For you?
For you. No, he's a good troll. He makes a good troll there, that Oregonian guy. He's a troll of trolls. Let's do Waltz later. Let's go back to J6 here. The J6 protesters today. Costin was down there. He had this little 43-second clip. Looks like he was standing on the backside of the, where the anti-protesters were that were yelling at the J6ers here. Let's see what's going on here. No, he's you see the J6 lady over here, so okay, he's standing with the J6ers. And you notice how they had those police lines. There's a police line in front of the J6ers, and there's a police line in front of the other group, not just one single line. So they had enough law enforcement out there to make sure that they hopefully they didn't run into too many little issues. I think we'll see one later on.
Let's go, back it up, move back, move back, move back.
Wow, look at the J6 people and right-wingers moving back when they're told to get back. I know leftists, the people that go against ICE agents and everything, they don't know what move back means and things like that. But for the most part, these guys are moving back, even though it's kind of condensed in there also. Oh, yeah, just in case you missed it right there for a second. Serena there, I believe.
Oh, shoot.
There she is. Enrique was right there too. Let's see what else we got going on over here. Deal with Tim Waltz-Slater. This is the person here. We might see some action later, but this is the arrest here. Oreo Express got this video here of her kind of instigating some interference there. Secret Service is arresting her here. What's her name? Patricia Aguino. Patricia Aguino. If anybody knows something about her or something like that, feel free to put it in the chat. Patricia Aguino. I'm guessing just a DC resident that doesn't like J6ers or something.
Bring it out! Bring it out! Get back! Get back! Get back! Just filming, bro.
There we go. Whenever a lefty gets in trouble with the law and things like that, rather than, call the person's names, things like that, just say USA, USA. It's a good way to do it.
USA! Get out of the way! USA! Get out of the way! USA! 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 Ha ha!
This lady here was mean to. Actually, was that one of the? I think I saw that video you're talking about there. It's that's her identity, is to go after J6 people, sort of like the one streamer person, defender of ants. But there was another one that was a 20-year-old lady or something. What was her name? Anyway.
Get out of the way, guys. Get out of the way.
That lady assaulted me first.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Put her with Maduro. Put her with Maduro.
Back up. Back up. Everybody go back. Everybody over here. Get back. Everybody back up, please. Back up. Back up. Everybody, I told you multiple times. Back up.
Yeah, you guys know your information here. Like, I'm trying to remember some of this stuff, and Chad knows more about some of the names and faces out there than I do. Used to be commissioner. Commissioner of what? Some city or something? After the city? Craziness out there going on.
Back up.
I've been back for a while, but thank you, Jens, if you're talking about me.
Bye. I hope the hands are comfortable.
No, you crazy bitch! You are a crazy bitch! We're sick of you crazy bitch!
Hear the Eastern European anti-communist voice there? Yes.
She keeps coming in every meeting we have, and you guys don't do shit
President
for
Trump
her.
loves you. We love you.
Yeah.
Law enforcement.
Do not release her.
Send her to jail.
And I don't know what I'm doing here because I just go against people who are standing up for their rights. I'm guessing that's what she's trying to say, something like that. Brendan Gutenschwinger, he always does things like this. He's BG on the scene, basically. See what some of the march here that's coming from the White House across the lawn over there. Jefferson Park or whatever that park is, probably right there.
Hard in the 12! Hard in the 12! Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong!
We finally get rid
all the fake news.
of inauguration hat
approval rating in
21.
Congress.
A lot of black and yellow out there, huh?
We finally get rid of inauguration hat.
We welcome our
Finally get rid.
low approval rating. Lowest approval rating.
There's a lot of anger at these guys just because they have expensive
about
cameras.
President
That
Trump.
doesn't seem right.
All the time.
Maybe they're just trust funders.
Hard in the 12!
It looks like a few people may have infiltrated the march at that point there. Seems possible, Usually, you're going to wear your J6 gear, your Trump gear, your black and yellow or something like that. It's kind of cold out, so people are probably wearing their coats over the top of some of that stuff. But You'd think there'd be more to that stuff. Anyway.
Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong. And we finally get.
Can I get? You want to hear what he had to say real quick? Just I'm tired of looking at him here, so I'm just going to give him 1 minute here to talk about whatever he wants to talk about here. Although tampon is really spiraling. He's probably talking about the guy Joe Thompson that is a federal prosecutor for 16 years, multiple administrations. Is he talking bad about the law and order?
It is just going this without having to spend any time worrying about the politics of this. I'm going to fight it, making sure that Minnesotans are cared for. I'm going to fight it by doing the respect.
Were children cared for in those empty child care centers, buddy?
That we should have for rule of law. So I just think all of you see this. It is just going to be relentless. Why 2,000 folks? What are they
betcha,
coming?
John. Nice to see you.
Want to coordinate with us?
Eclipse Park.
You saw a U.S. attorney
Thank you.
stand up, which was been released by, would have been let go by any other administration, speculating about things with no factual information. That's defamation. That's coming from the attorney. We are under assault like no other time in our state's history.
When it's proven, the COVID funds, fraud, the other situation not long ago, fraud. Like, it's not defamation when you literally have it on the books from the Biden administration, even on the books. Was it Biden giving you defamation when he was calling you fraud?
Because of a petty, vile administration.
Hey, Grandpa, how are we doing? Nice to see you.
The well-being of Minnesotans. My job is to protect the well-being of Minnesotans. So the good news on this is
not the children that need daycare, evidently. Anyway, head of Portland Public. I don't want to have that on my screen. Here's a dog on it. See what Enrique has had to say here. More important than that.
Into toothpicks.
Media.
Every time one of us got our house raided,
Media.
our doors turned into toothpicks.
Media.
You guys plastered it all over the place and decided not to tell the truth.
Media.
Again, I'm not talking about all of you guys. You guys said that we killed police officers.
Media.
Come on.
Retribution also comes for you.
That's right.
I want the judges, prosecutors,
That's right. Come on.
the FBI agents, Special Agent Nicole Miller.
That's right.
Bird.
The DOJ still employs the head of the Capitol Siege Division, and her name is Jocelyn Ballantyne.
That's right.
Her name's Jocelyn Ballantyne. And you know what case she's on? One of the biggest cases that actually come from J6. And that's the pipe bomber case. And the head FBI agent in charge was the head FBI agent in charge. Special Agent Hannick ran our case too. Does that case have a judge? Yeah. Retribution, because that's what you guys are going to print. You're going to be like, oh, he calls for retribution. We're not going to their house.
That's right.
We're asking for accountability. That building on Constitution Avenue in Department of Justice, they need to start working. They need to start firing people. They're like, well, the gears of justice, the cogs of justice take time. We're a year in. How hard is it to go into somebody's office and say, pack your shit, you're out?
Right.
It's not hard to do so.
You're fired.
So with a lot of love, I turn to you guys and all my J6ers, all my advocates, all the families involved, everybody who suffered. I love you guys.
Amen.
Love you too, man.
Love you.
And let me get a USA chant.
USA! 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 USA!
Freedom!
You guys are legends. Mickey, I love you. Thank you so much. Nicole, I love you too. You guys spent correct.
Mickey is the Ashley Babbitt's mom, right? Aren't you? Yeah, the other lady, the sister or something like that, maybe. Here's a fun little video here. Hey, which one's in better shape here? That lady, that seal. I think that seal's in better shape. Fishy. Okay, I had to have a little bit of. That was your commercial break there, guys. That was your commercial break. Stop looking at that, whatever that's about.
Needs to be served. We need to see Michael Byrd and Lila Morris in handcuffs. They need to sit in the DC jail. They need to be assaulted. They need to not see their families for 2 years.
That's right.
They need to lose their homes because these individuals did for nothing, for nearly nothing.
That's right.
And Congress, our do-nothing Congress. Don't get me wrong, I'm very thankful to President Trump and his administration. But there is a lot of work that needs to be done.
Right.
Not one arrest has happened in the last 12 months. None.
Slow walk.
The deep state is still alive and well. And you know what's going to happen? It's going to be the American people that take our country back. It's not going to be these individuals sitting in these buildings around us.
That's right.
Because the Democrats, they're evil. And I have to tell you, this is a battle. This is a war of good versus evil. Nothing that you and I can even see right now. And some of our Republicans, remember that the Satan sat, Lucifer sat with Jesus. Some of the Republicans are doing the same thing right now, slow walking everything. So it is going to take each and every one of us. Don't wait on your representatives. Don't wait on President Trump. Don't wait on his administration. Do your part. Walk with these individuals because they are absolutely heroes and they will be hailed as heroes.
Amen.
And justice.
Who was that? Is your next question? Speaker, I guess. Somebody might recognize her. Here's what happened before that event or whatever, when the person there, the council candidate person or whatever, was hanging out there or whatever, getting in people's faces. Let's see what transpired. Scream if you want to. What the heck?
Satan, we rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Christ. In the name of Christ, we rebuke you, Satan. We rebuke you, Satan. We rebuke you, you demon. You fucking demon. You evil fucking demon. Fuck you, demon.
That's an assault.
She must have learned that from the person that hit Tommy Boy over the head. You never mess with an angry Asian lady. Who did people not teach you this in junior high or something like that? You don't never mess with an angry Asian lady. They will. Guess who taught Bruce Lee the kung fu? Yeah. That's who taught it. Yeah, you don't mess with an angry Asian lady.
We rebuke you in the name of Christ, you fucking demon! Jesus is king! Jesus is king! Jesus is king! Jesus is king! Jesus is king!
What's happening a little later? That's all they can say. It's like 2 or 3 words. Hey, Michael, how we doing? Nice to see you.
Get out! Get out!
Get out!
Get out!
I mean, even the voice, she's trying to make it sound like a demonish voice, isn't she? What do you got, Julia? Emily Hernandez, Shane Woods got 10 to 15 years in prison for lethal DUIs. Andrew Johnson charged. Do we want to go? If those are, of the thousands that were J6ers that kind of, in a lot of cases, have PTSD because they were illegally tried and had some bad things to happen to them. Do we want to talk about who's had more committed more unalivings recently, straight people or trans? Do you want to go with the percentages there? Is that what you want to talk about, Julia? You know. Yes, bad things. Bad things. Yes, bad things. He shouldn't have done it. He should be sent to jail for that kind of stuff. If convicted, no problem. We can call out criminals. Can you call out all the BLM people that continually broke things and cost $20 billion? How much was it, guys, back in the BLM days? Will you call that stuff out? Come, Julia, you want to call that stuff out? Antifa, BLM destroyed multiple cities, burned down police buildings. Are you going to call down that behavior? Or are you going to, 2 or 3 people that were J6 people committed crimes of the thousands that were out there and everything that they went after, hundreds and things like that? Really? Is that your argument? Are you freaking kidding me? Grow up.
Get nasty, cunt.
Any relation, Julia, to this person? Any relation? Just curious.
Fuck you!
Satan, we rebuke you.
Yeah, that's the eyes. Yeah, I saw those. I was like, she's on something strong there. I don't think it was aspirin. Different kind of aspirin than I'm used to seeing anyway. You guys still watching? Put a 1 in the chat if you're in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Julia needs to seek some sort of educational or mental help. Just if you want to. Anyway, that's other news. Let's stay on the J6 stuff for now. We pretty much saw that one there. Just a different angle. Oreo. I don't know. We saw the same angle already, I think. There's a little nice lion there. Is he waking up? What's wrong with his face there? I know what happened there. He just read the stupid things Julia just wrote there earlier. And he's like, did somebody just say something that stupid? Nobody can say something that ridiculous as a counter argument to the justice system going after people for trespassing and putting them in jail that long. I can't believe somebody kind of used that as an argument against that. Anyway. Looks tired. Or he tasted something bad, maybe. I don't know. That taste in his mouth. Since 2022, almost 90% of people charged with felony fraud in Minnesota were Somali per Fox. There. I just put a stat there. There's a stat there for you. Julia brought up some stats and some information there, of 1 or 2 persons there. I'm not saying my stat here does not say everybody charged with felonies for fraud with Somalians, just 90%. Hey, K2, how you doing? Julia needs educated. Yes, she does, Tanya. Thank you. Sorry if I got a little bit too irritated there, but you can imagine. Timber chat. It's always fun just to see what's on his mind here.
Ready. Hey everybody, Tim Burchett. Just heard the horrible news. My good dear friend Doug LaMalfa died. Please say a prayer for his family. He's from, I think, Northern California. Conservative rice farmer. I mean, this guy, salt of the earth. He was the epitome of what a true conservative was. I can't tell you how devastating a blow this will be to his family and just Congress and
no, I haven't seen that one yet. Okay, too.
Anyway, say a prayer for his family, for some peace. And
sorry to hear that. A California 1st District and rice farmer in North Carolina. Sad to hear
You know
that.
it.
Oops, back to bookmarks. Let's see some news here from CNN here.
The clear plurality of Americans opposed at 47%, just 21% support. Come over to this side of the screen. After the ousting, look at that. The support through the roof. Now we're talking about 37%, well within the margin of error right here of the opposition, 38%. It turns out Americans like what they deem to be successful foreign policy operations. And in this case, they view the ousting of Maduro, at least up to this point, as a successful one, and therefore the support way up.
Yeah, before underwater, now basically even. What about the idea of putting Maduro on trial here in the United States?
Yeah, you know, part of the reason why I think that the success number is way up, and you saw it here, what was it? It was 26 points in favor of opposition, and now within the margin of error, is because they simply don't like Nicolas Maduro. And in fact, they believe that he should be on trial for drug trafficking. Look at this, 50% of Americans favor compared to just 14%.
Guess who those 14% are, guys? Guess who those 14% are? Crazy leftists that aren't educated any more than the lady up in the chat there, that just kind of listen to talking points and think all right wingers are bad and whatever Trump does is a bad thing. You know, that's that 14% that he's talking about.
15% who oppose. So there are very few Americans here who oppose it. Even among Democrats, the opposition number is below, get this, just 24%, is below 25%. So this is something that unites Republicans. It divides Democrats. And at this particular point, support for the operation way up. And in terms of those who favor the drug trafficking trial for Maduro, that is a clear plurality.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
So if you see a bunch of Democrats out there saying, free Maduro, it's like, you do realize that you're in the minority in your party by far. Saw that one. Ocean plots. Let's get back to that one later, maybe. And more J6 stuff. We already saw that kind of interaction there. It's a different camera angle. Oh, it's right side Rebels camera. Wait, is she making a cop noise? I'm guessing she's anti-cop. Why is she making a cop noise? I'll take a look at that after I look at the bookmarks there, Smoky Pipe, see if there's any more. I know a lot of people are mad, but it's going to take a lot to take down that regime, but we shall see what happens.
USA! 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 USA!
Actually, I spliced it together. Good job. Okay. I'll deal with that later. Sean Kennedy, maybe later. There's going to be another Antifa thing coming up on January 20th at 2 p.m. at Couch Park in Portland, evidently. Feel free to and then they walk towards a free America and away from fascism, Mark. I wonder what Couch Park, where they're walking to. Anyway, get rid of that one. Nick Sorter's doing some stuff out there with fraud stuff out there. I'll stay with the J6 stuff here for now.
That's where we're permitted, so we need to go to that location.
Especially when we get here, we'll start We are so grateful. By God's grace, you delivered us from the hands of the Democrats. We're back to fight for America again. Wherever you need us, President Trump, we will be there. Don't you worry.
Not a big fan of Jake Lang, just FYI.
Just say the word. We'll storm it.
News crew, I would imagine, local news crew in that helicopter.
All right, let's pop out of the grass.
Yeah, we're free. Yeah, I'm no.
It's the pledge of allegiance on the 4th of July. It's some handwritten letters from home. It's some sleepless nights. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Rain, white and blue.
Yeah, I just gave him attention because it was on the video.
Secret Service.
Oh, James Klug is right there. That's cool. He was out there doing some live streaming all sorts today. Already saw that one. Get back to that one. Get back to that one, maybe. Elon Musk retweeted this video here. Let's change the news up just for a second here. See what this guy here, Nick, Shirley, were saying here.
Get here. Involved here, and it's way beyond anybody's imagination, the total amount. The state doesn't even know. The feds don't even know.
And so, for instance, why would that judge bow down to the head of the Somali mafia here?
What I can tell you is that it's a voting bloc, and what they say is if you do something to go against our community, we're going to vote for, and they all vote together, and there's ballot harvesting, I've seen them do it, that we're going to vote for your opponent unless you do what we tell you to do.
And so is it all purely for votes?
Yes.
And so this building right here, Cedar Riverside, major, massive apartment complex. How many Somalians do you think live in there, for instance?
Well, this is just one complex. You've got 20 more just like this around the Twin Cities, and they're all Somali. You're talking probably 100,000 or more people, and they're all living rent-free. They're driving a vehicle that you paid for. They're eating food that you paid for. Everything they do is something that you paid for.
And for instance, that entire block will then go and vote for one specific candidate.
They'll have one person go there and collect all the ballots, and nobody tracks. They could say they have 9 people living in an apartment. They're going to send them 9 ballots. And then they have someone who comes along, collects all the ballots. And
yep. They do all the
involved here, and it's
elections
way beyond any.
What's he talking about now? Yeah, let's see what he's got to say here.
Some future justice. You know, it's kind of ironic how Joe Biden in March of 25, him and Kamala Harris put a $15 million bounty out on his head. And then in January 25th, in January of 25, he put $25 million on his way out. Trump pops one on him in August of 25th, on August of this past year, $50 million. And then he goes and takes him down. And the left is all clenching at their pearls and hollering how awful it is, can't believe. And Biden put the bounty out on him first. Although he didn't do anything, didn't have the guts to do it, him or Harris, a couple of paper tigers, but Trump went and took him out. It's just completely disingenuous and ironic. And of course, the lapdogs in the media are just soaking this up and putting it out there about how horrible it was. Well, where the hell were they when Biden put his bounty out on them? What does that mean? 2 different times. He upped it from 15 to 25 million. It's bogus. Trump did the right thing. This guy's a narco terrorist, pumping drugs into our communities, killed more people than the Vietnam War. I'm glad they took him out. I'm hopeful and grateful that our government and our justice system will take the full wrath against him if and when he is found guilty. Thank y'all for sending me here.
Good job, Pritchett. Good job. We'll come back to that one later. See if there's any other J6 stuff I got here. That's not J6. That's not J6. That's not J6. Double checking real quick here. So we have a lot of Maduro stuff coming up here. We're double checking my J6 stuff real quick here. No, it's older stuff. Okay, let's go with some older stuff real quick here, if you guys don't mind. This video here is not going to be a 7-minute video right now, but Ohio's got a lot of fraud stuff going on there, evidently. Let's watch a little bit of this.
Okay. You're not taking patients?
No, we aren't taking patients.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
So
good to go.
Okay. Thank you very much. Hi.
What are you guys doing here?
Asking about home health care services.
Look, you're not asking home health care services. I know you. I know you.
I don't think you know me.
Yeah, I know you.
Okay, I'm the heck.
No, I'm
Intimidation.
not gonna shake hands.
That's
with you.
okay. That's fine.
You can record whatever you want.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I know. We're recording because I was
Because I
assaulted.
know you are just spreading a lot of bunch of BS.
What's
Here's the idea. She's there to ask questions. You can answer her. So if you don't think it's BS, then you can challenge it. But since you're not answering her questions, she's going to go with what she sees. That's how journalism works.
BS?
You're talking about Somalis. I've seen it so many times in Fox News.
I've spoken about the issue in Minnesota or Minneapolis in particular.
No, listen.
I'm listening.
Listen.
I'm listening.
You are from India. You are not a white person.
I wasn't trying
Listen.
to pretend I was.
Listen. Get out of our house. You're not supposed to be here.
This isn't private property.
This is a
And
private property.
It's not.
It's a private
I'm
property.
knocking on doors to
Look,
ask.
we've got every right to be.
You're not in an office. You're in a hallway. The building that you're in is owned by somebody else. If that somebody else wants to trespass the person, they can trespass the person. You might own the offices in there. You don't own the hallway. The building guy who runs the building owns that. Okay? Everybody knows this.
Here. No, you don't have every right to be here.
We have every right to be here. Spreading lies.
Wait.
We're not spreading any lies. Yeah, you guys are not supposed to be here.
Because your last name is Cook doesn't mean that you're white. You are from India.
What does the color of her skin or where she came from have anything to do with why she's there?
And you are just spreading a lot of bunch of BS.
It's not a
Who do you
bunch
think
of
you are?
BS. Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are standing here telling me that I can't ask?
Why are you coming to harass us? Why are you coming to harass us?
We're not coming to harass anyone.
Questions. These guys are just as bad as lefties out there with umbrellas.
You guys looking for, you guys can go department of and then you guys can ask them how this.
I think Tanya 2.0, thanks for watching there. I appreciate your input and chat. I'll try to make it more interesting.
You have no right to be here.
We have every right to be here.
No, you don't have.
We have every right to be here.
There's no ticket to.
We're not in Somalia. Okay. You call the police. Okay. The police will know just as well as anybody else that those hallways are not owned by you guys. If you can show your ownership of the building, then you can trespass her.
You said we have no.
We're not harassing anyone.
You're just running around. You just go. Just
knock on the door. You guys are the ones. We're simply asking questions, and then you guys are trying to intimidate us. You guys are healthcare company. What you're doing is wrong.
I might come back to this here. Kind of put up our different parts there, but that seemed interesting there. 2-minute video here. Dave Medina usually I don't like reacting to another reaction. Let's see what's going on in Seattle, Washington, actually.
2025. Today, Mayor Katie Wilson issued a directive to the Seattle Police Department to halt all arrests for open-air drug use or possession. She instead said refer them to the LEAD program, which is like a diversion program to get people clean. In theory, great. The problem is if the police officers aren't enforcing, do you really think they're going to be social workers and approach everybody and offer that alternative?
Hey, Snooks. Everybody say hi to Snooks. Say hi to Snooks. She got on my case the other day because I didn't say hi to her right away. So everybody say hi to Snooks. Okay. She's going to be so sick of me just having people say hi to her that she's going to never give me a hard time about saying hi to her again. Everybody say hi, Snooks. There you go. Angry Oregonian said it. It is crazy about what's going on there, Grandma. Yep. That Britt said hi. Good. You guys are also look at another way to let you know who's in there chatting too. Thank you guys for all the regulars saying hi. If the irregulars in the chat want to say hi also, they can do that also.
This is going to do is open up Pandora's box because you're dealing with a population who lack critical thinking and rational thought. To them, this is just going to become an open-air drug use Disneyland.
Oh, you can go. Are you mad at people there, Michael? Go watch on Twitter. There's also on Twitch, just FYI. Thanks for making a shout out. Follow my Twitter and my Twitch over there. And if you guys are nice enough or whatever, you can go to my Facebook link, which is in the description down there. I need 25 more people on the Facebook so I can go live on Facebook too. Just FYI. That's not grifting.
Right? And that is the worst direction we can go. What they need is structure, and what they need, honestly, is consequences. That doesn't necessarily mean jailing a junkie, because that doesn't generally work, except many addicts have told me, former addicts in recovery have told me that they were not arrested, they were rescued. So my biggest concern with this is I really think this is going to open the door, Pandora's box, and end up really leading to significant increase of overdoses and deaths. So this is an individual right here, completely out of it, barefoot. It is winter time, middle of his addiction, right? This is a person that honestly might be better off in jail or somewhere, but with this new directive, he is just going to die, suffer and die on the streets of Seattle.
Unfortunately, I don't want him to take his pants off or do something bad on the screen. There's an idiot. Go back to that one. What's going on? Ooh, should we watch and see the Jake Tapper interview with Stephen Miller? Maybe later. What is this, like Venezuelan lady here? They're probably happy that Maduro is captured.
Because we've been in jail for so many years. We've been in this country, my country in Venezuela, can you imagine? There's no food. He control everything. We be controlled by these people. Not only him, Diosdado Cabello, and everybody is around him. We cry because now somebody do something. This president is the first president. They do something. We don't know what is going to happen. But at least this is the first step. It's hope for every Venezuelan. This is a hope. We're so happy because...
Well said, well said. This is interesting too here. Just a short video, 1 minute video. Outside of the embassy in China, some people were not very happy. Keep in mind, that's U.S. soil. Once you're kind of out there on the sidewalks there, I'm pretty sure it's U.S. soil. This is a Chinese... guard member and everything. Somebody's just kind of yelling at him because China supports Maduro, and people are mad at the Chinese for supporting Maduro. They, keep in mind, they're on the sidewalk there. I'm not sure. I'm guessing the official line of China versus the USA is that wall there. So that right now they're technically on U.S. soil with U.S. permission, but that's still U.S. soil, I would imagine. And he just went after U.S. people on U.S. soil. The UN should kick him out. Yeah, it looks like the local police there, because he's pepper sprayed someone with pepper water.
用胡椒水去喷别人了。那两个保安在这里。来，靠起来了。只有2个人吗？靠起来了。只有2个人是吧？3个人吗？是还有2个？就1个人。只抓了一个，有一个负责的，好像。只抓了一个。哎，别上动。
So they arrested a protester, not the security guard. No, it was a security guard. It was a security guard. You see the thing on his hat.
我们要在路上见，我这个是。
I'm guessing they have to take him to the FBI or something like that.
啊，这个被抓进警车了哈。那几个叫我走吧。没有，那边2个，这边有2个。
Or would he have diplomatic immunity? There's the security guard, or I'm guessing only the main embassy people would have that kind of power. Gresham City. Yeah. I'll be restreaming that. I won't be able to go to it or whatever. But if you're going or whatever, I'll restream you or Tommy's going. Some other people probably. What was going on over here? Angela Rose. 53 seconds. Why not?
During the 2019 COVID pandemic, they were involved in the Feeding Our Future fraud, which scammed the government out of hundreds of millions of dollars because they were claiming to feed children. We're here in Cedar Riverside because I came to see if Palmer's Bar has turned into a mosque yet, and I just happened to park right in front of a home daycare. I'm just wondering if the mosque has already moved in. It just looks completely empty. Here you can see that it no longer says Palmer's Bar. This was a place that was around for more than 100 years, but because of some bad decisions of the management, they got.
Yeah, I can imagine. Plus, your Gresham is on the northeast part of Portland, and it's too far north for me. If it was South Portland, maybe, but.
In a lot of debt, and then they felt forced to sign a purchase agreement with the mosque next door. Behind me is where
I'm gonna do a thing here because I gotta go to the restroom here. I'm gonna let you guys watch the rest of this clip here.
You guys are trying to intimidate.
While you use the restroom, okay? Does that work for you? I'm gonna let you guys know that I'll be right back by finding this banner that says Mr. Bill will be right back, right there. And I should actually, let's show the other one real quick. This video uses fair use for the purpose of criticism, commentary, satire, news reporting, teaching, education, and research. Cover my YouTube bases, you know. All right, and I'll just keep the comments off also for the heck of it there. You guys keep the chat going. Talk about other important things, you know. Talk about the video you're going to be watching and whatever else you want to talk about there. But I got to use the facilities real quick here. Yeah, there'll be some other important subject to talk about. J6. Where were you on J6? Like the question says. And how did you feel while you were watching J6? I was in Salem at an event in Salem. Where were you guys on J6? There's a good topic to talk about. We'll be right back. Hopefully this will.
That's right now.
You guys came to our office. You guys came to our office.
No, that's fine. You can ask questions. You guys are You guys are trying to intimidate us. You're telling us we're not allowed to be here. Why do all of you have your phones out right now?
Yeah, because we wondered. Why do you have to speak on?
For safety, for my own safety.
For our own safety too.
No, you can record it.
You guys have no right to be here. You guys gotta leave right now. The point of BS, you need to leave. You need to leave right now. Those guys they need to arrest us. Because your last name is Cook,
Look, we're peacefully here.
These ladies that spread a lot of BS about Somalis.
That's not true, and you know that. No, did you see my last video? Did you see my last video? I actually spoke to a really nice lady from Somalia, and specifically, that's not true.
We're talking about fraud, not Somalis.
No, not at all. No, actually.
We're talking about fraud.
You guys not go department of whoever. You have to just get the other day and just pretended to be a ask them how they deal with this.
We did actually.
See you guys come businesses.
No, we actually, I asked about home health care rates and services. And just so you know,
why don't you go there?
We did. We actually spoke to somebody. We spoke to somebody
How they
here.
do review, how they inspect it. Why don't you go there?
We've done both.
Instead you got here.
We've honestly done both. We've actually talked to the agency and then also
who you
talked
work
to a
for?
couple of healthcare.
Who you
We're
for?
just
Why are you
asking if
spreading these lies?
What's the lie?
Because of you lies, you saying they steal money, they do this, they do that.
I never said you stole money.
Nobody steal money. You know,
Nobody
if you're
has
missing
said-
one time sheet, you can get
Secondly,
citation,
who
and you're gonna go.
Yeah, that's accurate.
So then,
But who said
then why you're
you're
not
stealing?
because every video you watch on the TikTok, whatever, you there
everywhere.
lying, saying Somali people.
That's not accurate. You should look at my last video. It's actually from
You have a problem with Somalis? That's up to you.
The
Don't like to the
last video I
Americans.
posted was a very nice
You
lady
just
who actually
spreading
walked
hate,
through
spreading
daycare
a lot of
system.
lies,
That's not
spread a
true.
lot of BS.
Well,
and
I think
you
you're
are
unhinged, so I'm not
horrible, you are
taking you. You're
unhinged.
respectful.
No,
You should go
well-
look at the last video about a really nice person who sat down, treated me with respect, And then I explained that this
Then
is
why you're not respecting the community? Then
we
you're saying all that
100%
lies.
have. Where's the lie?
Yeah, you just saying some bullshit that you're not even.
Where's, I think you're
reviewing.
mistaken.
You don't.
We are reviewing.
You don't know how we. Like how my.
If you guys are legitimate business, you should be outraged by the fraud. But instead, you're attacking us because we're calling out fraud. Oh yeah, sorry, you're attacking my friend. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're attacking my friend instead of just me. Okay.
If you investigate fraud, why don't you go to other people? Why
We're going everywhere. We're going everywhere.
No,
100%.
You are profiling Somalis in your.
That's not
There's
true.
no way.
There's 34 home healthcare services in this building. Of course, we're going to be in a building with 34 home healthcare services.
You see one video of you guys going to a white business.
Well,
or
because
going to
most
an
of the
Indian
home
business,
healthcare are right
or going
here.
to another business. Why you going on Somalis? Tell me.
We have not been profiling. There's 34
have
here.
been
We've knocked on the door of
profiling
every
Somalis.
34
You have
businesses
been
I don't
here.
know
Somalis,
who
you have
is
been attacking
over
Somalis
here.
business.
Look, you're attacking her for being
One nice lady actually went through all the services and things like that.
She went to daycare
So-
the other day. She was trying to go forcefully into a daycare. You know the rules of daycare.
We're trying to
You
expose
cannot go to a
fraud.
daycare.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
If you're doing that, you just go to those who give the license, and then ask that question.
Yeah, we
How
have.
they operate,
Okay.
how they review, how they inspect it. And then you go from there. You find out you don't satisfy what they tell you, and then you can say something. But you cannot come out and say, hey, you're taking person. No, there's a rule and
We're simply asking questions.
And then
And if you said no, I
this is
walked
like-
away, right? The minute you said no, I walked away.
Look, you're the ones following us and arguing with us.
You have 6 guys in a small hallway posted up waiting for us, then we come down and you're right back here telling us like. that's
Yeah,
very
I mean, we
You
actually
guys
were
are-
walking away.
Listen,
So
you guys.
The only people being harassed today
we're
are
not
us.
speaking to you anymore. We're done
I'm
with this
not- I'm not
conversation.
That's not-
So-
that's
I
not
know
fair.
who you are.
Look, guys, the only ones being
I
harassed
think
today
you
are
have
us.
been actually been very kind, so I respect you.
So
I don't
just
respect your
you
friend.
don't-
You actually go through my social media, you will see me talk about fraud in Minnesota, nothing about the community here.
Don't you know, they review that and then they never find no fraud.
No, you're not.
You probably are 100% legitimate then. That doesn't
Then
stop
how
anybody.
you
That doesn't mean others
know
aren't.
it's a fraud?
The way to look.
I didn't say there was fraud here.
Healthcare is supposed to.
We're just
That's
asking
what you're going
questions.
after, right?
Not someone who's not.
We're
You're
asking
going after
questions.
fraud.
True, but I mean,
We're
you just want
asking
to know.
questions of business owners, that's all.
You guys need to be fair. You want to report something,
So
to
did you,
go directly
Then you need to
what's
go
going on.
with the case.
But you don't have to just exaggerate the lies
there's no
and just
lie.
create all these chaos.
Did you see my last video of a very nice Somalian daycare?
Starting from the president all the way down to you guys sitting, standing here, just the same story.
You're not
In
hearing
one
me
small
on it.
community. It's not
And
fair.
it's not the Somali community.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what
It
you guys
isn't.
doing after
That
that.
is not.
Yes, that's what it is. Why don't you go to other daycares and hold on?
We have.
We've gone to over 20 daycares in this city. I'm not lying.
It's honestly, I think this is a pointless conversation.
It is. I mean, we're
Thank
not
you though
getting
for being kind.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Not just spread a bunch of BS in the news.
Yeah, okay.
Wow, that was a pretty good timing, huh? Was it interesting, guys? Was it the rest of it interesting? Hopefully it was. Oh, there's a beaver. I gotta watch the beaver or the porcupine, whatever this thing is. Fun porcupines. Okay, did I miss anything good? You guys were even saying anything? Hopefully you guys were saying something while I was gone. Were you busy? Oh, you were saying something. I was modding for 2 live streamers at the Capitol time. Wow. You were in Salem watching it on the giant screen. Yeah, that's part of the reason I think I got my Facebook taken down at that time. Trips for me. Oh, I got you. Interesting things. Thanks for keep the chat going, guys. Another lady here looks like from Venezuela.
So you probably saw some Democrats, including the new mayor of New York, Zoran Mamdani, literally declare that what Trump did.
No, we clashed with Antifa at that one there. Antifa came towards the end of that one there from the, we were out of the park in front of the Capitol. they came from as you're looking at the Capitol, the right side of the Capitol over there, towards the end of that, on J6, So, Antifa had nothing to do with J6, guys. Antifa had nothing to do with J6. It's just, in Salem, they literally had something to do with J6. They were attacking rally goers at J6. I was right there.
On Saturday morning was illegal. What do you think of that?
Again, if people don't live through it, they won't know how desperate us Venezuelans are for a change. I know they're talking about Trump only wanting the oil, but everybody's there for the oil. Russia, Iran, everybody's there for the oil already, China. So if Trump needs the oil to give us freedom, then that's a price we're willing to pay just so that we have our freedom and make a change. In 26 years, nobody has done anything for our country except for Trump. So if that's a price that he's the only one that has made an action on it. And he's the only one that
yes. I remember somebody got taken away that day.
has delivered his promise. So if that's the price we need to pay for it, then that's okay. Venezuela has a lot of other resources. It's not just oil.
I better have been one of them. Come on now.
We have minerals. We have so many other things that once our country is better, then we, as Maria Corina always say, we will be an amazing.
Especially since most of those live streams at the Capitol were interfered with and things like that, or bad reception since there's 1 million people in the area.
Country. We just need that change and somebody to help us for it.
Well said. Well said.
They are traitors. They are collaborators. There are gusanos over there. All right? We need to abandon the identity politics. All right? Listen to the Venezuelans in Venezuela.
The sign kind of gives it away who these guys are for. The Black Alliance for Peace.
That's exactly.
Not to mention the Communist Fist on there too.
Exactly right. Maduro is representative of the working class in Venezuela. That's right. All right. The peasants, the workers, the oppressed are all with Nicolas.
Yes, he's with us. He wanted to make everybody part of that class. He wanted to make that working class work for the government. That's what the class. That's how much he was for them. Yeah, that.
Maduro and the Bolivarian Revolution. That's right. That's right. Now, why is the working class in Venezuela with the Bolivarian Revolution? The Bolivarian Revolution has uplifted the living standards and the quality of life of the mass.
Just say communist revolution. Most of your comrades down there know what you mean by Bavarian. Just say communist. It's okay.
This is the Venezuelans. That's right. Venezuelans are working towards a socialist society where universal housing, education, and healthcare are guaranteed to everyone as a human right.
Okay, you guys got an idea what these people are. Somebody was wanting to see the beaver. Here it is. That's the only kind of beaver I'm going to cheer for. Okay, I'm not going to cheer for the ones in Corvallis, just the ones like this one here. Scott Jennings here.
There have been a lot of swear words at this table today.
Walz.
Okay.
Walz does not belong at this level of American politics. Vance does. Final verdict: Tim Walz wandered into the wrong bar tonight. The governor of Minnesota, the Democratic candidate for vice president, wish casting the death of the president of the United States. I don't care how much you hate your political opponent, wishing death upon them and joking about it means you're a broken-brained SOB, and that's what he is. Walz is a buffoon. I'm sorry. This guy, he's the only school teacher in America who brags that none of his students can get into an Ivy League school. He's had one consequential press interaction with our Dana Bash, who asked him about the fabrications in his own resume, and his answer was essentially, me no understand words good. I mean, is a buffoon. I think when your signature move is jazz hands, you're not as up on the white guy code maybe as you think you are.
In the arms of the
Yeah, it's funny. That was funny. Stephen Miller. The Jonathan Cho. I already saw that one basically over there, just a different angle. No, maybe later. Hands off. NATO is how they spell terrorists. You know, can you imagine the organization designed to kind of keep the peace is a terrorist in their minds? These people are just lost in the head. I don't like NATO any more than they do, but not for that reason. I want to see the beavers again here. Likes carrots, evidently. Beavers and orange stuff. What's going on with that? No, Oshimaw's not a leftist. Just an interviewer. You know, if I was to guess on his political takes or whatever, I'd say slightly right leaning. You know, but he doesn't mind who he interviews. He interviewed Honey Badger Mom the other day. He's interviewed Tommy Boy and everybody else out there. He hasn't interviewed me yet, but I haven't been down there when he was down there. Yeah, neither have I. How many oranges can he carry? Carrots. Look at small hands. Take it to their home. There you go. Close the door behind you. Oh, that's cute little homes like that. They should kind of make those edges a little, not so sharp looking, but taking off the loot hip. Anyway, always fun to have a commercial break once in a while. Let's go back up. Nate Friedman here. Interviewing people in New York City about communism, evidently.
Is this saying like kill the billionaires or?
No, it's very clearly saying expropriate.
But it's a picture of Luigi on it.
Yeah, because a lot of people only support what Luigi did.
And what did Luigi do?
Because there's a real anger against the billionaires. And so
he was angry, but he did a certain action.
we're saying instead of just an act of terror, instead we need to expropriate their wealth and put it to much better use.
So you don't think there's
Killing them won't do
but
anything.
you don't think this doesn't imply anything by having him on it?
No, I think it's tapping into a mood that already exists.
Given that we're at the Venezuela protest here,
Yeah.
a lot of people are saying, that Venezuela's kind of communist country. They that didn't work out too great for them. That's what they're saying. That 84% of the Venezuela's in poverty and there's food
They
shortages.
still have private industry. They still have capitalism, and they have a capitalism that is completely dominated by U.S. imperialism and by other imperial.
Let me see. China's big over there. They're not exactly imperialistic in the capitalist sense. No, that Russia's over there, for their own good over there.
Imperialist powers, and so socialist government, the wealth of the billionaires in Venezuela has not been expropriated because the wealth of Venezuela is in the hands of U.S. capitalists. Those
U.S. capitalism bad.
An operation that did not require prior consent of Congress, prior authorization of Congress. It required notification of Congress. It's well within Article 2.
Well said.
I know as many details as I can know before going to the SCIF for the classified briefing, but I spoke with the President of the United States, the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Defense within hours of the operation commencing. The first call was from Marco Rubio at about 4 a.m. So they've done everything that they were supposed to do. this was an appropriate action, and we'll get a lot more detail inside. But they have been talking, all the administration officials have been talking to Senate and House members on a constant basis since this happened. And this is a big part of their obligation there. We'll have a further.
I don't know if that's a good question there, Smoky Pipe. You know, if you're talking about like the Portland streamers or whatever, you know, they do kind of go down there in groups in a lot of cases or whatever, but you got to have some kind of solo stuff, you know, like I'm going to go my own way. I might agree with some of the stuff you guys are doing, but I'm going to do my thing my way kind of thing also. But yeah, like 3 or 4 of them have the same kind of mentality and behavior towards others. To each his own.
Briefing for all members of Congress sometime by midweek. That's what we're planning, and we'll keep you posted. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. This Keir Starmer got kicked out of a pub. It's like, no, you can't come in my pub, my private business. I don't care who you are. Or actually, he does care who he is. Like, get out of my business. Get out of my business, you socialist crazy person. Anyway, let's see what Hexeth had to say.
He didn't know they were coming till 3 minutes before they arrived. In fact,
I got you. Just Monkey Pipe. That's cool.
his wife said, I think I hear aircraft outside. They didn't know. You know why? Because every single part of that chain did their job. And they did it flawlessly.
That secret plan, known as Operation Absolute Resolve, was months in the making. It began at 10.
More than 150 aircraft, 20 different bases on land and sea began mission at
46 Eastern on Friday night, involving more than 150 aircraft from 20 different bases on land and at sea. We're told that jet fighters, with those jet fighters in the air, Joint Air Components soon began dismantling and disabling air defense systems in Venezuela. Just after 1 in the morning, U.S. apprehension forces descended into Maduro's heavily fortified compound in Caracas. The Venezuelan president and his wife were then dragged from their bedrooms by the U.S. Army's elite Delta Force before the couple was able to flee, though they tried, to a nearby safe room. And then by 3:30, the return force was over water with the Maduros, and they were taken into custody by the Department of Justice, whisked away to an amphibious assault ship in the Caribbean.
Well done. I think we've seen enough Jennings there. Selling Kafifas here. That's enough. Nate Friedman for now. Let's see what this guy had to say about it.
Called the operation wildly illegal. America doesn't want this war. Nobody asked for this. And I think the most important conversation to have is Venezuela is not a security threat to the United States. They're not threatening to invade us. Do you want to take this on?
I respect my friend in Connecticut, but we have different views on this and perhaps other views as well. I just said this on my social media that, remind everybody that America is a force of good, order, and democracy, and we are promoting these kinds of values. We are the good guys. That's pretend that now we are acting in a way. Now, remember, we all Democrats years ago wanted to eliminate him, and why have a bounty of $25 million if we didn't want him gone? Why would you do these things if you weren't willing to actually do something other than harsh language?
Hey, do the Democrats owe Trump $25 million? Maybe later. I'm kind of bouncing around with the different news feeds, just see how much more I have left. Here's a funny one. Here's Angela Rose.
It was difficult at first, but I began to watch the people around me and kind of got the hang of it. I watched some tutorials and learned how to do these spins. And before I knew it, I was flying, and I took a leap of faith to try out some of these new tricks.
Oh, that's AI on that one. Come on.
Everybody was so impressed by how quickly I was learning. I was actually doing tricks that nobody has ever seen before. It was a great day. Today,
AI and most of that stuff. She is a good reporter, though. Let's see what funny guy here.
to the president, to the Republicans in Congress, and to the Federal Reserve for getting inflation down. It wasn't that many years ago, Will, that we had 9% inflation. And that inflation didn't originate.
Yeah. I mean, are they censoring speech? I've got a few words that, cuss word type things or whatever that I have blocked out ahead of time, but YouTube's probably saying certain things you don't want to say or something like that. I don't know.
In a bat. That inflation was man-made, and that man's name is President Joe Biden. So we started at 9%. We've got it down to 3%. That's the good news. The bad news is that 3% inflation still means prices are going up. Now, what do we do about it? First, we acknowledge the problem. And it is a fact that when many moms and dads lie down to sleep at night and can't, one of the things they're worried about is cost of living.
It was.
And you can say, well, you shouldn't be worried about it because things are better. Well, they're still worried about it.
It was like half real, half fake,
And my job is to address what people are worried about. What should we do about it? The president can't do everything, okay? Congress needs to do its part. Without depending on a single Democratic vote, we can start passing bills tomorrow to reduce the cost of housing. The legislation's ready. To lessen the cost of health care. We have over 200 tax changes that if we made, they would stimulate the economy and increase wages. We do it through what's called reconciliation. That's how we pass the One Big Beautiful Bill. And the One Big Beautiful Bill, by the way, is going to help.
I'm looking more at the helmets there on the guy's desk over there than I am the interview. I know he's a Texas guy, so I can understand the Texas teams that are on there: TCU, Texas A&M, Texas, and he's probably likes the Auburn type schools there, Clemson or whatever. But come on, gotta have the Ducks out there. Where's the Duck helmet out there? At least for Charlie, have a Duck helmet out there. Seriously. Democrats. Oh, here the Democrats' position on Maduro. Let's go for it.
I say this with funny to me because it seems like you guys are acting like because a simple operation that was very successful could have accomplished many goals, therefore it couldn't have accomplished any of them. I say this with all due respect, sir. I'm so grateful to you for the service you've provided to this country. But Venezuela is not Afghanistan. 25 years ago, there was a functioning democracy there. It's just apples and oranges to compare it. There is no way Donald Trump is going to put boots on the ground there. That's what the ships are there for, to not have to do that. What they're doing right now is beyond brilliant because instead of rushing in and appointing Maria Machado, for example, they're saying, let's wait and see where the Venezuelan people are at. Let's wait until we can have an election. You can't just do that overnight. And so they are sitting there and watching and calibrating and making sure, by the way, that the Venezuelan people, as well as now the new president, understand that whatever they do, this better be good for the United States because we're not afraid to use our power anymore.
See, almost done here. Almost done. I think I got a few more videos to go here. See what's going on in Portland. The lefties in Portland here.
I didn't say you weren't. Where are you from?
I cannot, do I need to tell you?
No, you don't have to tell me.
Exactly, get the fuck out.
No, where are you from?
I don't have to tell you.
Are you from Venezuela? Why am I a bitch?
I'm not from
Venezuela. No, I said, are you from Venezuela? I didn't say you weren't. Are you from Venezuela?
Do you think I'm from Venezuela?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't have to answer, my brother. You can keep walking.
Okay, well, you're the one who came up and talked to us.
I'm saying shit.
I thought I was your brother. I thought I was your brother.
I'm not.
We're both Hispanic. Why am I not your brother?
You're fucking supporting these bitches. And you're fucking.
Oh, I support people who enforce the law. That's weird. That's a weird concept. Yeah, that's a weird
Chicken Man
concept.
Who the fuck created
Why
the
wouldn't
law?
you support
Who created
police?
The law? Who created the law?
Why wouldn't you support police?
Can we go
let me
back to
guess.
the
White men
Zionist
colonialism.
Can we go back to the Zionist movement that colonized all of Latin America?
Yeah, man. College did a number on you, didn't it? College did a number on you. Are you from Mexico?
Sure, bro.
Do you know Mexico was colonized too?
It is colonized. That's also why I'm fucking upset.
So what are you standing for?
I can stand for human rights, right?
I'm with you on that.
Exactly. And then I've seen your reporters, and then you don't really support
people other than
Brother, I support the people.
Thanks, Brett, for popping in. I appreciate it. Thank you, Brett. Hopefully you're have a good rest of your day. I'll probably be on later tonight or whatever. 5 o'clock or whatever is when Tommy Boy's going to be down there. Okay. Yeah, I got some other business to do, but hopefully you'll be back for that. Yeah.
More than you think. You didn't even ask me. You just assumed.
Bro, you've been here saying that people who enforce the law is just to suppress the people, and that's it.
So if you're walking and I
What will people do if they don't have laws, buddy?
come rob you, you think I should just rob you and that nobody should go to
There's
jail?
consequences for action.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah, who enforces consequences? This is like 6-year-old, maybe 8-year-old kind of brain thinking, you know? 8-year-olds that you're in a classroom. Let's say the teacher's not there to do any rules. What are they going to do? Pick on each other, hit each other over the head, fight, and all sorts of crazy stuff. Who's going to stop it? There's nobody in there to stop it. Well, somebody should stop it. No, you didn't want a police. You didn't want a teacher in here. You wanted to kind of keep this going on and everything. Oh, maybe we need something. What's something? Oh, police or a teacher to come in and kind of correct the behavior, right?
What's the consequences?
It can be figured out.
What's the consequences?
Oh, that's very, very nice of you. You can interpret.
But you'd want me to go to jail, right?
You can interpret as you want, but
Oh, Tommy in the background there.
there's consequences for your actions.
I think you support the police, brother.
Why would you support a system that is already?
I think the
good?
system's broken, actually.
Exactly.
I think the system is broken. I don't think any.
I do have nephews, but I prefer Mr. Bill. I'm for Mr. Bill. Let's keep the uncle to the family member type stuff or something like that. Mr. Bill's fine though.
Politicians stand for us and what we need as the people. And one of the reasons why I'm out here, I just think, bro, like, what's the solution? Like anarchy?
There's
Battleship Oregon, Marine Park, Memorial Marine Park.
any solutions in my opinion.
But anarchy, though?
I don't have any conclusive, because we need all to be together on the same page before actually proceeding to any step.
Yeah.
Because also we can say, right, the system is already against us. It will, any person tries to create any movement on the same field, obviously it's going to be labeled as revolutionary, anarchist.
Well, I think there's a way to do it, but without like burning down, like and hurting people.
That's what I'm saying.
But there's a way to do it.
There's an even field.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, because when you try to go on the even field, the system is already so corrupted that you have all odds against you.
All right, bro. Well, hey, what's your name?
At least they had a conversation.
It was not a first
I know,
introduction,
I know,
right?
dude. I know.
But I was already serving.
No, yeah, I know. I don't blame you.
He was already pre-agitated already. That's David Medina. If you want to check out David Medina's channel on Twitter or YouTube, feel free. I'm trying to find the shorter videos here. Long video. I think Nick Shirley put out the full video here on this one here, hour 7-minute video. I don't want to watch that right now, but maybe some other time we'll keep that on the standby. 4 minutes 31 seconds. Ocean plot. I was going to skip through some of this.
Yeah, you think they're crazy? You want to talk about it? I'm a journalist.
From one side, it's like Maduro, had these. Okay, well, if you do, I'll see you there. I wasn't born here, but I'm a U.S. citizen now, and honestly, I don't want any wars,
Right, fair. They're going too far with free Maduro.
I want free Maduro.
Yeah.
I want free Maduro. He's a criminal. That's what I think.
Argentina, so
Yeah.
nearby, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're worried about what comes next, it sounds like.
With all this,
Yeah.
I don't think nothing is gonna happen.
No?
No.
Do you think the country will stabilize?
Venezuela?
Yeah.
It all depends, because remember, Maduro is not there, but still the vice president. She's still over there, and the other guy, this guy is called Diosdado Cabello, is still over there. So unless too fresh, you get a lot of emotions,
Right.
Us as Americans,
Like I said, Ocean Plot, he just interviews, he's fair questions. He's not trying to do any gotchas or anything like that. Are you right winger or are you left winger? Just what's your opinion on the subject in question? I already saw some of his stuff. Just trying to cycle through this. What's Nick Sorter talking about?
Should be luck.
Oh, this is the Hampton Inn that didn't want ICE agents in there? Is that what he's doing? I'm guessing.
That is straight up black ice.
Watch your step, man. Put a 1 in the chat if you're alive. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not alive. Okay, if you need medical attention. Okay.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Do you have any rooms for tonight?
We should, yeah.
Okay. Like how many? Could we get like 10?
10?
Yeah, I know that might be.
Did you already make reservations by any chance?
No.
No. What's
First.
the name?
It would be just Nick. I'll just put it under my personal.
Worst under cover name possible.
I don't know if you can use a government rate or not, but
Let's see. It depends because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Is it what agency is it for? Using the government.
I figured he's not going to say ICE directly, but he'll say Department of Homeland Security.
They'd be Department of Homeland Security.
So we're not accepting people from immigration, ICE agents, DHS into our property. It's just our management ownership.
Okay, I thought that changed today. Was that?
I just talked to my the owner of the building, and he didn't say there has been any changes. So
Really? Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
it's just politics.
I know Hilton or whatever kicked out that Minneapolis one out of their system or something like that. I haven't heard of what Hampton's doing.
You know that.
Yeah, I mean
They
that's not your fault. Totally,
Yeah.
Totally get that. So they actually said that was like, I mean, honestly, this is the most convenient location. So it's
Right.
like, so they told you no, that there's no.
Yeah, no immigration.
Well, DHS isn't all.
Yeah.
Immigration. Okay. Okay. So even with the
Awesome
thing that they said earlier, where they mentioned that there was a statement that they put out.
Hilton. Oh, is Hampton and Hilton the same company? Maybe that's what's going on here. That would make sense. Hilton, in a statement, Hilton Hotels serve as welcoming places for all. This hotel is independently owned and operated, and the actions referenced are not reflective of Hilton values. We are investigating this matter with this individual hotel that he's evidently at. I can confirm that Hilton works with governments, law enforcement, and community leaders around the world to ensure our properties are open and inviting to everyone, the spokesperson said.
You know, saying that they accept everybody and.
I
Okay.
haven't been informed. I can call my owner right now if you want.
Yeah,
and ask him what's-
that probably good. Just trying
Yeah.
to figure it out. So because it said somebody I didn't know it was this location, but Everpeak Hospitality, right?
I'm new here.
Okay.
I don't really know what's.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'll just call him.
Yeah, that's
see what's.
fine. Just to be clear, like I'm
Right,
not
no,
trying to
no,
cause any problems. It's just
right,
like
no,
it's
yeah.
10, 11 o'clock now.
Right.
So
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. I'll be right back.
okay, thank you.
Dude pretends to be attempting phone calls for several minutes, hoping I just leave, but that ain't me.
Yeah. So nobody's answering my calls right now.
Okay.
Because of the time. But.
Gotcha. Okay, so this is Everpeak though.
Hospitality has moved swiftly to address this matter as it was inconsistent with our policy of being a welcoming place for all. We are in touch with the impacted guests to ensure they are accommodated. We do not discriminate against individuals or agencies and apologize to those impacted. We are committed to welcoming all guests and operating in accordance with RAND standards, applicable laws, and our role as a professional hospitality provider.
And they said Everpeak Hospitality has moved swiftly to address this matter as it was inconsistent with our policy of being a welcoming place for all. We are in touch with the impacted guests to ensure they are accommodated and not discriminated against any individuals or agencies and apologize to those impacted. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, I was kind of surprised. I thought we were good to go. Like I said, not everybody with DHS is immigration. That's just
Right. Yeah. I get that. But it's
It's also a fraud investigation, I guess we'll just say.
Yeah, but
Okay, no problem at all. Okay.
yeah, sorry about that.
No problem. You're
Quickly
cool.
answered something, but,
All right. So they lied. Hilton and the Hampton Inn out here in Everpeak Hospitality lied. Full of shit. And now they're going to, well, let's just say they effed around and it's find out time. They almost got a little bit of a pass the first time, right? You thought they may have learned their lesson. And this is why I said that their talk it means nothing. You know, people were saying, oh, well, no, they said that they're going to change their policy. They lied. They didn't do it. So they're now going to get Bud Lighted. Congratulations, Hilton. You can take Hilton. You can take your name off that sign tomorrow.
Oh, it is by Hilton, yeah.
Today you could do it. But we'll see if you will.
Come back to that one. What did this guy had to say about something? Post police report live after assaults at Juba daycare.
Bring the local police into a position where they feel that they have to adjudicate or whatever. We just wanted to hear what they have to say. The police were very responsive and said that we're doing nothing wrong. And when it came to the shoving of Mehek, it's a fine line between his property and not. If he would have came out of the parking lot, and the police have these parameters and protocols that they have to follow. But Mehek just posted some of the Ohio. Don't know what to expect from there, but we are done with the repairs and housing.
If you don't want to answer questions, ask us to leave, and we will leave because there's a no trespassing sign.
Only
this was okay. The lady that I didn't know that they were working together. Okay, the lady you saw earlier in the video or whatever, working with Chad Caton on this one here. Okay, I got you.
It gives the optics of something way more nefarious. Mehek, do you want to say anything?
No, I just think that pushing out the negative statements about no trespassing. If there's a no trespassing sign in the state of Ohio, you have to have permission to be there. However, many of these businesses, if you knock and you're granted access, that's permission. We actually knocked and you hear a click, so you think they're unlocking the door. So when you walk in, you should have been met with an immediate push. That's an assault. And I think a lot of these individuals need to know, just don't put your hands on us. If you don't want to answer questions, ask us to leave, and we will leave because we have manners here in Columbus, Ohio. I don't know what these people think they're doing, but it's not, the intimidation is not going to stop any one of us, including me. I'm from here.
Walter. Have anything to say yet. We'll find some more stuff. This is, we've only been here a couple hours. We've only got a couple hours of us being in.
Yeah, we're 2 hours into the operation.
For anyone that was wondering, the Jubba Daycare was an accident. We didn't go to Jubba Daycare. We're looking for Jubba Value Center, which we can't even find. So the address for the Jubba Value Center is not even listed apparently. So we're looking for Jubba Value Center still. So we'll look for more Jubba, but apparently Jubba is everywhere. There's more than one Jubba. So we're going to
Jubba the Hutt.
Find more Jubba places to go. I assume that they're all going to be calling each other, but we'll be continuing this all day long. So we're not even stopping.
Yeah,
I think what I'll say, the police extremely professional, very responsive, very happy with them. Awesome job by them.
Police did a great job. Love the police.
they even understood that firefighters were cooler.
Well, the most amazing thing, we haven't included this in the video yet, so most amazing, they told us that Jubba Daycare, the front side of it, is a drug hotspot. A drug hotspot that they have been called. He said they've been called there so many times. He's been called there so many times he knows the address. That's what the police officer told us.
And they have community cameras, community policing cameras.
Community crime cameras. It's not for the daycare safety. It's because of the crime that constantly happens in that parking lot. So amazing stuff. And we're only a couple hours into this, so this should be an entertaining day.
Stay tuned. Turn on notifications. Share the stuff.
He's got more video there. K2, are you grifting again? Why I don't buy Amazon? Okay. Keep in mind, I still got itching in my pants here that I need to get out of my system here. That's why I'm trying to hurry this up.
Continue to expose. Well, I don't want to call it fraud because we haven't really found any fraud yet. We're just trying to investigate these. We're asking basic questions. And for those of you who are saying that none of you are from there, Mehek is from Columbia, and she has every right to go in there and inquire about these open businesses. For those that are coming at the trespassing deal, like Mehek said, we talked to the officer too. If it's an open
Thank you.
business, you have to be trespassed. Doesn't mean that the business is open and they get to pick and choose who they're considering trespass. They can ask us to leave, and we will. That's not what happened in this case. That guy came out hot and attacked Mehek. So that being said, also don't call these places. They have their numbers outside. Don't harass these people. That's not the goal of this. And I know that people out there are saying that we're going to call them in this. Just don't. That we are exposing what's there so that our authorities and our government will recognize whether or not this fraud is true, so that we aren't losing our tax money to these nefarious groups that seem to be connected nationwide. We're going to see if we can make that connection. But nonetheless, thank you for sharing. Thank you, Jonathan Cho and Turning Point Frontline, for getting this out there. And we're not going anywhere. We'll see y'all in a little bit. Notifications on.
Good job. Oh, they're kind of freelancing off through TPA USA. Okay, let's see if I can do this here for you, just because I'm a nice guy here. K2 sent me this direct message here that I'm going to have to sort of show this. I can't. No personal information on there. I don't think so. No. Not anything worthwhile. And then I go full size on that one there. So what K2 is talking about.
Hey there, I see you. These dudes just crashed
question. All they're concerned with is peeling off the old DOT in the name. That is wild, man. Super shady.
No front axle.
Ouch.
About a 2-foot drop there. About a 3-foot drop there. Riverside and Santa Ana.
Before, that might tell you something about the transporter of that stuff. Just because I appreciate it, Angry Man. You didn't have to do that. Thank you for helping pay for the electricity on the stream. That way you don't buy Amazon. That's what he tells us anyway. All right. We got here 5 minutes on this one here. Agents, Minnesota, Liberian illegal agitator who puts hands on agents. Ooh, you don't put hands. I can barely understand why you're not listening to the agents, but you put hands on an agent. Yikes.
That's back for sure. Bro, watch what you doing, bro. What the fuck is you doing?
There's shady stuff going on in some Amazon deliveries, things like that. But do Swift drivers drive better than Amazon drivers, or is it a tie?
Who is it? I ain't gonna tell you, citizen. If you're a citizen, you never drive a left. You never drive that. Leave me alone. I've been relaxed. I've been relaxed. You're funny me. I've been relaxed. I've been going to nothing.
They have it right. So resisting arrest, not a good thing to do. I don't know why they do it. I'm like, you might have them outnumbered, but federal agents, and you got cameras all around that you guys are even recording your actions. How stupid are you people? Like, how many people can they put in that van, you know?
For him, trying to take him to jail.
Family Dollar.
He should have ran.
Resisting arrest again. Oh, we got the taser ready to go. Being tased with the handcuffs on, would that be worse? Maybe.
Run their ass!
I'm gonna get tased.
Talk about watch out, but got me blocked the fuck. I can't even move.
Get the fuck.
People. Anyway, craziness out there. What else we got going on here? Well, it's just other stuff there. Okay. That interview there. I still haven't watched this interview with Guy Here Digital yet. Let's watch some of the Stephen Miller thing and then call it a day.
The president was very quick to say that the recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, opposition leader Machado in Venezuela, doesn't have the support in Venezuela to become the next president or the interim leader. And I wonder where he got that from, given that her cutout, Gonzalez, won the election last year, 2 years ago, overwhelmingly, 70% of the vote or something like that. Why does the president think that Machado should not be the next leader? Why does he think she's weak?
First of all of Venezuela experts agree. All Venezuela experts agree that it would be absurd and preposterous for us to suddenly fly her into the country and to put her in charge.
And the military would follow her, and the security forces would follow her.
That would be regime change. Do you understand this? What we're trying to do is not regime change. To keep the same kind of people that are currently in office doing their thing, and just help them set up elections, and then take care of Maduro on our property.
This is not a serious. It's not even a serious question.
So should there be an election?
Let me. If you give me the floor for 30 seconds, let me tell you what we are doing here, Jake. The United States, this is sort of foundational. The United States is using its military to secure our interests unapologetically in our hemisphere. We're a superpower, and under President Trump, we are going to conduct ourselves as a superpower. It is absurd that we would allow a nation in our own backyard to become the supplier of resources to our adversaries, but not to us, to hoard weapons from our adversaries, to be able to be positioned as an asset against the United States rather than on behalf of the United States.
Sovereign countries to be able to do what they want to do.
The Monroe Doctrine and the Trump Doctrine is
Sovereign countries, yes. Got people that kind of make themselves in charge of the government without a legitimate thing or whatever. Not so much. You guys used to say this stuff back in the day when you thought Trump was doing things like that. But yeah, hypocrites. Such hypocrites.
all about securing the national interest of America. For years, we sent our soldiers to die in deserts in the Middle East to try to build them parliaments, to try to build them democracies, to try to give them more oil, to try to give them more resources. The future of the free world, Jake, depends on America being able to assert ourselves and our interests without apology. This whole period that happened after World War II, where the West began apologizing and groveling and begging,
I don't even know
engaging these
honestly
mass
what you're talking about right
reparations
now.
schemes. What I'm talking about, Jake, is the idea. And by the way,
it's called history. Learning from history. You might have heard about it. It's what every history teacher said we should do since World War II, if not before that. Learn from history so you don't repeat the mistakes you made from history. That's what he's talking about, you stupid journalist.
you do. I know you love doing that smarmy thing, Jake, and I was hoping to be better than that this time.
I asked you about if there should be an election.
Exactly.
I asked you if there would be an election in Venezuela. That's what I asked. I said, why was the president so quick to dismiss Machado? You answered that question. And then I said,
the objective, Jake, is security and stability for the people of Venezuela. With our help and leadership, that country will become more prosperous than it has ever been in its whole history. Venezuela.
The woman running Venezuela right now is part of the Maduro regime.
There will be conversations, Jake, about all of these guideposts along the way. The reason why I was giving you that speech, which I know you didn't want to hear, is because you're approaching this from the wrong frame. This neoliberal frame that the United States' job is to go around the world and demanding immediate elections be held everywhere, immediately, all the time, right away. To create these vacuums.
That's not what I think, but you invaded the country. We went into the country and we seized the leader of Venezuela.
Damn straight we did.
We seized a narco-terrorist that's on federal indictment. There's a $25 or $50 million bounty on his head and everything. If there's somebody else in that government that has similar things on them, guess what? We probably would have took them too. But when your purpose is to take the one guy out of there, yeah.
And I'm saying, so is the U.S. going to have new elections?
We're not going to let Tim Pot communist dictators send rapists into our country, send drugs into our country, send weapons into our country.
Okay.
And we're not going to let a country fall into the hands of our adversaries. The future of Venezuela, working with America, is going to be so bright and so incredible and so positive. And we'll have a conversation about everything that you raise. But the priority right now, as the president has made clear, is a judicious, thoughtful, careful transition process to secure a great future for Venezuela and to secure a great future for America.
All right.
Let's just take a moment and just acknowledge, Jake, that what we've witnessed under President Trump's leadership this last week is one of the greatest foreign policy and military victories this country has ever had.
Stephen Miller, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
A lot there to discuss. The panel's here. We're going to get their thoughts on what you just.
Apparently,
idiots on these journalists, if you want to call them that, type of stuff that they do there. I'm going to leave those two there to watch those later. Watch a little bit. Actually, let's get rid of the Geyer Digital. And
protests everywhere. Burnside. As I was walking through a public sidewalk on Burnside, I get shoved, I get FU'd, I get called a Nazi, I get called a racist, and I'm just walking, filming, saying, this is a public sidewalk, please make way. It's all on camera, and I get punched in the face. After someone pushes me, a guy comes running up to me from about 20 feet away and sucker punches me right in the face, and they all mob attack me. I get out of there. And I start taking off. Hello, how are you? I'm conducting an interview. Can I talk to you when I'm done? So I was getting out of there, and then I went and made a report to the police, and they said they're going to make an arrest. So you can't even walk down a public sidewalk and film. They all know who I am because they call me by name now.
They got the person on camera. How do you know who it was?
It's all on camera. You want to see him?
Yeah, do you have the video footage?
So it's posted on my X.
Okay, got it.
I just posted it on my X.
Share your X again.
Geyer Digital. G-U-Y-E-R Digital. D-I-G-I-T-A-L. And I'm just out here just reporting on what I see in Portland.
Who was it that?
Oh, wait, no. This is right here.
Oh man, I knew this night would get dicey.
This guy comes running up. You'll see him. I get socked in the face right there. And there he is. See him?
Yeah.
Punching me in the face. Look at my eye, guys. I'll have a shiner tomorrow.
candidate for Portland City Council. Who hit him?
Like the fifth time I've been assaulted for walking.
So what do you feel? Has it been slow level?
That's how you, because the truth that we're reporting.
To the unrest we're in the middle of in this era, though, because they're just, like you said, this happened like
transgender too, and a lot of the transgender. So they use the white people that they converted to carry out all their crap. That's my opinion, and to me it makes sense. It's not proof.
Good job, guy. Way to be out there. Okay, and we can leave that one on there for now. Good deal. Good deal. Give you guys some music since you guys did use donations that added up to be $10. I appreciate that. I won't make a song right now. Maybe I'll make one for tonight's stream. Let's play a song here. Mr. Bill's Chat. That's a classic.
Mr. Bill sits quiet at his desk, hands on keys but feeling less. The chat's alive like a wildfire spark, lifting him up from the dark. The talkative, wild and kind, filling his world with a rebel shine. They give and give without a stop. Even trolls get wisdom drops. He shakes his head. He doesn't see why they're this good to someone like me. But they don't care. No, they don't care. Mr. Bill, we're everywhere. You think we're too much? We're not done yet. We're your chat. We're the best on the internet. They crack jokes that make the moon blush. They throw kindness in a world so hush. They don't slow down, they never will, even when you doubt them still. Generous hearts, they overflow, making sure their love will show. You say you don't deserve this crew, but they'll just shout, we choose you. But they don't care. No, they don't care. Mr. Bill, we're everywhere. You think we're too much? We're not done yet. We're your chat. We're the best on the internet. He shakes his head, he doesn't see why they're this good to someone like me. But they don't care. No, they don't care. Mr. Bill, we're everywhere. You think we're too much? We're not done yet. We're your chat. We're the best on the internet.
Trying to get things done for my next news stream. Ooh, interview too. Let's check that out later. All right. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I don't want to leave you with Tim Walsh. Better image to leave you with on that one there. All right. There we go, guys. I'm going to send you over to Jeff Mack. He covers some news and some different things over there. You might see Snooks over there in the chat over there. Oh, there's I think you guys are Rumble on that one there. Fork Spoon doing good. I appreciate it. All the love and support and the hearts and all that fun stuff. I appreciate it. I'll try to be back around 5 or 6 o'clock. I think the protest in Gresham City Hall that Tommy's going to go to is around 5 o'clock. So I'll try to be back by then. or at least cover the city hall meeting that where the people there want to tell the government of Gresham to sort of kick ICE out. Don't do any kind of favors for ICE. Don't let them park in your parking lot and things like that. So my prediction is that you'll have 20 or 30 protesters protesting that. You'll have 5 to 10 people with Tommy there kind of against that stuff. Speaker wise, you'll have 10 speakers that'll say that ICE is bad and 2 or 3 speakers that'll say ICE is good. City government will have to, if they decide to vote on it, will say that, yeah, we're going to have to go with the people that say that ICE is bad and restrict them from parking on their property and doing any cooperation at all with ICE. Just my early prediction. See what happens though. Yeah, see you soon, Nicholas. Thank you. We'll talk to you later, guys. Check out Jeff Mack here. Click if you want to go in the raid there, click the go now after the stream ends over there. Otherwise, it should send you over or watch whatever other stream you want to watch. Thank you, guys. We'll see you later, alligators. After a while, crocodiles. God bless.